Hey guys, so today I decided to do this like Saints inspired for football this weekend, kind of a gradient French tip black and gold. I'm not sure what to call it. I'm not the best at gradients, but you know, I tried my hardest and I hope y'all enjoy this. So my black is this LA Colors. I think it's BCC 585. I can't really read it too well. Then my gold is this Jazz 18K gold. And for the black, I'm going to use a little sponge. Okay, put some black off to the side to dip your sponge in. Now give that a few minutes to dry, maybe 1 to 2, and then add a top coat. Okay, now that you've given that a minute or 2 to dry so it doesn't smear, add a top coat to blend it a little better. Alright, now I'll come back in a minute when that's dry to add the gold. Okay, now that that's dry, we're going to take the gold and add it to the tips. Alright, and then after that dries, just add a top coat. And I'm going to do the transfer method from the plastic, and I'm going to do a fleur-de-lis on this finger. So I'll be back in a minute to show you that. Okay, I'm going to use a Ziploc bag for this, and I have my pictures printed out. And what we're going to do is, since this one's messed up, after I do this one, I'm going to move it down and do my second one. But take a top coat and lay that over the picture on the plastic. Okay, I'm going to give those a few minutes to dry and I'll be back. Okay, I've already done one and I'm about to do the second one. I'm using white acrylic paint for this. Alright guys, I'm going to let that dry for about an hour and I'll be back. Alright guys, after you give that a couple hours to dry, just pull it right off the bag. We're going to clear, you're going to cut all the extra clear off the sides after you pull it off the bag. Okay. The best way to do this is, some people like to put this on top of wet polish. I don't like to do that because when you try to push it down, it puts fingerprints on it. So my favorite way to do it is after you've painted your nails, after it's dry for the most part, you can push on it, you know, gently, and it doesn't make any marks. Then it being slightly tacky will let this decal still adhere to it, or at least stick to it until you put a top coat over it, and the top coat will lay it down. So I just put a top coat on, and I would let it dry while I was cutting it out and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down. Okay, when you add the top coat, it makes the decal, since the decal is polished, when you put polish on top of it, it kind of makes it soft again. So you can kind of push it down. If you want to use like a dotting tool, you can push down the edges if they start to come up. Or after you let it dry for a few minutes, then push down the edges and then maybe add another top coat. But that's what I have for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and y'all have a great day. Bye.